How you all doing? Right then, new embarrassing project. So yes, for those of you who watched the last video know that I have swapped my GTR Kawasaki 1000 for something very, very small. But you don't know what it is yet. And anyway, we've hired a van, we've got the van outside, so let's go and do the swap. I think one of my subscribers is getting anxious and they can't wait to see what my new project is, so they're parachuting into my garden. Let's head out to the van, but first you must appreciate that for the past 5 years I've been driving around in a small Honda Civic, and you must appreciate that this van is a lot bigger than a Honda Civic, so I might be a little bit quiet while I'm driving this van because I'll need all the concentration I can get, because it's a bit like driving a speedboat and then driving an aircraft carrier. I'll just say that I won't be filming any of the loading of the bike into the van because the seller or the swapper doesn't want to be seen on camera, so I'll honour his wishes. Right then, this is my new to me new project. What have I done? And if you're still here, thank you very much for your support. Oh my god, yes, this is new to him project. What have I done? Yes, it's a Peugeot 125 sum up 2010. 3,000 miles on the clock. Why the hell would you swap a GTR for a 125 scooter? Well, believe it or not, there is a method to my madness. Basically, it's an SPQR. Small profit, quick return. I had a GTR on the Facebook marketplace for about 3 weeks, and all I got was, I'll give you £300 for it, mate. I'll give you £300 for it, mate. Fuck off. Just when I was going to remove it from Facebook, this guy reached out to me with the moped, and I thought, but I better tell you that I did have the bike on Facebook for £650. I would have been happy with 650 quid for the bike as it was, because as you probably know, the GTR cost me 300 quid, probably 300 quid to fix it, maybe 400 quid to get it back on the road, and a year's use out of it. Plus I got the YouTube money for making the videos of it. So yeah, I would have been happy with 650 quid. But now I'm hoping to tidy this thing up and get 700 or 800 quid for it, maybe even more. It's got no MOT on it. It was bought in 2010, and if you're not from the UK, when you buy a new vehicle, you get 3 years free road safety checks, which is basically our MOT. After the 3 years, which would have been 2013, 2014, it wasn't MOT'd. And it's never had an MOT. So I'm thinking it's a young lad who's had it, and he's broken down on it for some reason after the 3 years or whatever it was. Just put it in his shed and just left it there until the guy who swapped it to me got it and got it running. Now I am the second owner, so I don't know, what do 125 scooters go for in good condition? I know they're quite popular with the young lads, so I might even get 900 for it. But anyway, enough waffle. Let's go and look round it.
Johnny Stark nuts, can you fix it? Johnny Stark nuts, can you fix it? Anyone can restore a motorcycle. It's easy if you try. It's easy if you try. It's easy if you try.
There is a few panels missing on the bike. They're just the small panels, nothing major. Does the bike actually run, I hear you say? Not very well. Obviously it's not the right exhaust on there, it sounds like a pea shooter, so hopefully that'll help it breathe better when I get a new one, which I've already ordered. And I need to get to the air filter and give that a check over. Yes, to me the bike seems to be hunting and not breathing correctly, so I reckon there's another air pipe coming from somewhere as well. Normally you get an air pipe coming off the cylinder, not the cylinder, the rocker cover head, or a reeve valve or whatever it is, I don't know. But anyway, we'll be looking into all that. And as you've probably noticed, there's quite a few cosmetical parts what need tidying up. And I haven't got to worry about the brakes, I haven't got to worry about the oil change, because the last owner's just done them. So hopefully it won't be too long before I take it for an MOT and I can ride it on the road and hopefully have a bit of fun on it. And by fun, I don't mean breaking down and pushing it home. So yes, there you go. Probably not to everybody's taste, probably not to anybody's taste. So yeah, like I say, this is just like a small profit quick return, or in my case, more like a small profit someday return. Anyway, don't go yet, because here's some clips of the next video. Right, let's crack these 10mm open. There's two down there in the abyss. There we go. There's another fixing just here. Tell you what, there is lots of screws missing. I think there's more screws missing on this bike than there is at Alcatraz. Right, that's all the bolts out. A few bolts missing, I think. That's all the bolts that came out. And there's a lot more holes than that. This should just come off. There's a couple of taps. And well, the belt looks alright. So yes, that's what we've got to come next week. So hopefully you'll join me, and it won't take too long to get this thing back on the road. So anyway, as always, stay well, stay safe, and I'll see you.
I'll see you in another life, brother.